So, good morning. Just got back from vacation, a small little vacation, I should say. Spent the weekend with some friends, went to a little event up in Pennsylvania, had a lot of fun, had a chance to read some cards. Not as much as I wanted to, but I got to read for a really nice friend. And here I am again on Monday, and here we are with a chance to take a breath. So again, good morning. I'm glad I have this reminder because otherwise I would not think normally getting up. I think I have a cup of coffee and let my shoulders droop. So, breath, listening to the cards like they're the sound of a wave. See what the universe has for us. See if there's any tips or tricks, or maybe show us any situations where we may get angry or have resentments, and maybe we can deal with it this morning instead of getting caught by surprise. So maybe we can react differently. So I have even taken my cards and split them in half and spun them around again to get a little bit of extra in there. When reading reversals every now and then, it's good to do that on the cards, just so you don't know what's up or down or in between. So, here we are. And good morning, Sun Lehman. Yes, it is a very relaxed morning. Especially having that extra time off last weekend. This, for me, is the perfect way to start the day. So I'm going to do my 3 stacks. Each one a thread going out to the universe. Each one will be a different conversation because the top 4 cards on this one is different from this one or this one. And I really like that butterfly effect thing where it's whichever stack I choose, I'll carry that thought through for the rest of the day. So if there's that multiverse people talk about, and 1 I pick this stack, and 2 I pick this one, and then 3 I pick this one. Which is, let's see what's right on the surface for the morning. So let's pick the top stack here. Okay, so I'm going to do my 3 and 1. With my good old 1974 deck. Having this old ratty bag. This deck is so old it just feels like it's just really soft. Okay. Okay. So today, we're looking at the 4 of Wands, the 8 of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Swords. So, the 4 of Wands, when you have the 3 of Wands, you're making a plan. You're following through with something. When you get to the 4 of Wands, that means you're at a point where you have progressed and maybe able to take a small break, maybe celebrate where you're at. Maybe it's just a weekend. And you're like, woo, we worked hard all week. But sometimes we have to be willing to walk away from something. Sometimes we have to be willing to walk away from something, even if it's something we enjoy. We may need to let it go, or we make that choice to let it go because of health reasons. Okay? But we know it's the right thing to do. And 8s are about progress. 8s are about moving forward. Cups are about emotions. So this is about knowing that you have to leave something. And the 5 of coins. 5s are challenges. So maybe it's a realization. You know how sometimes we just pretend things are working when they're not? It could be a relationship. We stay in it too long. We stay in a job too long. So this is about walking away, even though it may bring difficulties. You get out of a long-term relationship. This is how you could feel. Maybe it's a job, it starts out really well, but you know that for your own emotional sake or our emotional sake, we need to walk away. And it may not be financially beneficial, but we walk away. And the important thing here is that with the 10 of Swords, people see the 10 of Swords and they see, oh my gosh, it's this horrible thing. But swords are about mental. And sometimes when we're in the middle of something, we'll see, we can't see beyond the moment. I mean, this guy is laying here. He's got his little hand signal here that says, I'm okay. When inside he's feeling like, it's one of those days that's so bad, it's like you feel like you have a sword stuck in your ear. But you're still like, I'm okay. But 10s are about completion. 10s are the willingness, the ability, it's about finally realizing that we're on to something new. Because after 10, you're finally done. 8 and 9 of Swords is a struggle. 10 of Swords is the culmination of, but things were so good. And yet it wasn't right. So I had to be willing to suffer. But 10s are saying that suffering does not have to last. It's going to be painful. It can feel like the world is closing in. But again, it's a 10. And the cards work in cycles. So we will get through it. And we just need to realize it may feel so bad that like somebody stuck a sword in our ear. Poor guy. It can feel this bad mentally because, again, swords are mental. But, there is yellow sky behind us. The clouds are starting to part even if we can't see it. But this guy's head is turned that way. And he's got all these swords stuck in his back. But he actually sees that there's that ray of hope. But even if we know that things are not going to get better until they get worse, sometimes we choose not to do it. But this is saying, make the hard decisions. Yes, it's going to be tough. But we'll get through it. So, thank you again. And actually, this was a good reading. So this is an example of when you get negative cards. How do you want to read them? And you read it like life. It's a story. Things are good. We have a realization. We know that things are going to get worse if we do this, but it can't last forever. Even if it feels like it could. So with that, I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you see the positive side of this. As we go through and we see the things that we may need to adjust in our lives, that we need the fortitude to be able to walk away from something, even though the signpost ahead said it's not going to be easy. But as the 10 says, it's not going to last forever. So, have an amazing day. I hope you have an amazing week. And I will be back again tomorrow. And with that, thank you very, very much.